If you wake up feeling like you have just gone 10 rounds in a boxing ring or a boxing match, then the problem is not your age. The problem is the mattress that you are using. Most people will spend a third of their lives on a mattress that is slowly pushing or actively pushing their spine out of the normal alignment, and they have no idea that this happens. So sleep is supposed to be when your body heals. As you sleep, when you sleep, this is the time that your body should be healing. But for many of you, it is the time when the damage happens. It is the time when damage usually happens. So a mattress that is too soft or too hard will cause your hips to sink in. So if you are using a too soft mattress, it will cause your hips to sink in, while the bed that is too firm or too hard will create pressure points. It will be able to create pressure points that will cut off your circulation. So if you usually feel fine by 10 p.m. before you sleep, but you can barely stand up at 7 a.m., your bed is failing you. Is the mattress. So I've seen several people with chronic injuries, with chronic pain, only to realize that their mattress was the culprit doing it all along. So I'm going to show you how to test your bed and actually what your spine needs to recover overnight. Point number one is the hammock effect. So if your mattress is more than 7-10 years old, then it means that the core support has likely collapsed. So if you are using a mattress that has been more than 7 to 10 years old, then the core support, what supports the core as you sleep, has likely collapsed. So when your hips sink inwards, or when your hips sink lower than your shoulders, puts the lower back in a flexed position for more than 8 hours straight as you sleep. And what this does is that it overstretches the ligaments. It will be able to overstretch the back ligaments and irritate your disc. And this will lead to a major back problem. And practical advice in order for you to check for this is that you can lay a broomstick across the bed. So if you lay a broomstick across the bed and you see a gap more than an inch in the center, then you should know that your mattress is dead and you should replace it. Number two is the pressure point test. So a bed that is too firm is just as bad as that one that is too soft. It should never be too hard or too soft. So if the surface doesn't give at your shoulders and hips, then your spine is forced to curve sideways to accommodate the pressure. Remember, even as you sleep, you need to maintain the normal curves of the spine. For example, at the neck, there is a slight curve anteriorly. At the thoracic region, there's a slight curve posteriorly. Same to the lower region, that is at the lumbar region. So if you're using a too hard mattress, then you are not maintaining the spine curve, and therefore as you sleep, your spine will be forced to curve sideways in order to accommodate the pressure. So practical advice for this is that if you wake up with tingling fingers or pins and needles, then your bed is likely too hard and cutting off the blood flow to the nerve. It means that your mattress or your bed is likely too hard and it's cutting off the blood flow to your hands. So I recently had a client who had pain that radiates towards the hands, and it was pain accompanied with numbness and the feeling of pins and needles. So after this first session, there was a decrease in pain, but then 3 days later, she experienced pain after waking up. And taking a serious history, what I noticed was that she had a bad or a poor sleeping position with a poor quality mattress that was too hard. So what happened is that as she slept, she had a malalignment of the spine, and this is what caused pain. So always ensure that you do not use a too hard mattress. It will cause a pressure point. Then point number 3 is the neutral spine goal. So your goal is not a soft or a hard mattress. It is a neutral, straight line from your ears towards your ankle. All you need is a neutral, straight line from the ears towards the ankles. So what this means is that as you sleep, you should be able to maintain that normal alignment of the spine. So your muscles should be completely relaxed as you sleep. No muscle should be put into use as you sleep. They should be relaxed. So if your mattress is wrong, your core muscles will stay on, which means that your core muscles are put into task all night just to keep you from falling into a hole. So if you have a too soft mattress, what happens is that the core muscles and the abdominal muscles, they are put into task during the night. And I've said that the muscles should be relaxed at night. The core muscles are put into task just in order for you to have that normal alignment. And this is what leads to the pain that you have. You are overworking the core muscles. So a practical advice is to have someone take a photo of you lying on your side, or you can take a photo of yourself lying on your side. So if the spine looks like a C curve, then you need a change. If you notice that your spine looks like a C curve, then you need to have a change. That is what causes your pain. Then point number four is the pillow mattress connection. So a mattress doesn't work alone, it works in coordination with the pillow. The pillow is just an extension of your bed for your neck support. So if you have a soft mattress, you need a lower pillow. You need a pillow that is lower. And if you have a firm mattress, you need a higher one to fill that gap. Remember, the work of the pillow is to maintain that normal alignment of the neck, just to ensure that you do not, your neck do not fall on one side or rise above the normal alignment. It should be able to help you maintain that normal alignment. And if you find yourself putting your hand under a pillow for extra height, then you should know that your pillow is too thin. So if you have to support your head or neck with your hands, then you should know that you need to replace the pillow. It is what causes the neck pain and the tingling of it is what causes the tingling sensation within the hands. So what's your sleeping position? Are you a side sleeper, a back sleeper, or a stomach sleeper? Tell me and I'll help you know how to sleep better and what is the best position for sleeping. So to stop waking up in pain, always remember that number one, you need to check the hammock sign, the hammock sag, using a broomstick. And what I said is that you put a broomstick under your mattress, and if you notice any sag more than 1 inches, then you should know that it is time to do a replacement. Number two is to ensure that your hips and shoulder aren't under too much pressure, which means that you should not have a too hard or rigid mattress. Number three is that you should aim for a neutral, straight spine. The spine should be in a neutral position. Then number four is to ensure that your pillow height matches the mattress firmness. You should always ensure that your pillow height matches the mattress that you have.